Hi everyone, I'm Alison Hornery from the IAF Oceania Committee, and I'm here with my colleague Graham Miller, who's another fellow not so ordinary member of our committee. And we thought it would be nice to just have a quick chat about what it means to be part of this committee and what it might be like for you to join us perhaps next year. So Graham, hello, always lovely to see you.
G'day Alison, good to talk to you. You're in cold Canberra, I'm in warm Brisbane at the moment.
I know, I'm very envious of the sunny and bird-laden background that I can hear there. It's wonderful.
We're in the bush here, so apologies for the bird life. They come out about this time of the day, so yeah. We've got some sulphur-crested cockatoos that make a lot of noise. Hopefully they'll refrain for a moment.
So it just helps to keep it all real, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So speaking of keeping it real, how about you tell us a little bit about what your experience of being on the IAF committee has been like for the last year?
Yeah, it's been really lovely. I joined the committee unknowingly in many respects. Unintentionally, I probably should say. I attended the last AGM online, and I just wanted to support the IAF because I think it's a great concept, a great organisation, and I knew someone who was going to be on the call, so I thought I'll just go on, and I saw the email. I thought, well, I'll go on and support the IAF, and as a result of that, ended up as a committee member. So it was unintentional, but I'm really grateful that happened. So I've been on the committee for a year. We meet every month, as you know, have formal meetings every month, and then we have informal meetings every 2 weeks, every month as well, but 2 weeks apart from the formal meetings. And my experience has been, and as an ordinary member, I take that to mean that I'm not on the I don't have an executive position like the secretary or the treasurer or the chair, but I'm there to add a perspective. Part of the board is to have various perspectives, and when you're discussing issues, just to combine all those different perspectives together. So that's what I bring, and I volunteer for if there are any jobs coming up that take my fancy and I can fit in. I volunteer to take those on because, of course, we're all voluntary members of the board. What I've really liked about it, though, I do a lot of facilitation on my own, so it's I find it's a bit of a sole endeavour. So it's really nice to connect with other facilitators who are like-minded, and you end up sharing, particularly in the informal meetings, but even on the formal board meetings. You end up sharing all sorts of ideas and what people have been doing, and you tap into what's happening across the IAF globally, because, as you know, one of our members is a member of the international board, and so she comes back with here's what's happening internationally. So it's really just a very informative experience that I've found, and you pick, especially in the COVID environment, there's a whole bunch of new things that we all have to contend with, and you end up talking about that. So I've really found it so helpful personally, just to be talking with like-minded people who are experiencing the same sorts of issues and challenges that I am.
Well, so, yeah. I couldn't have put it any better myself, and that absolutely mirrors my experience as well. So as everyone knows, we've got our AGM coming up, and we're always on the lookout for new and fresh faces and voices into the committee. So what would you say to someone who's thinking about maybe this might be an opportunity that they'd like to take up? What would be your invitation for them to join us?
Well, I guess my immediate reaction is, what's not to love? It's not particularly onerous, particularly in my role. Perhaps in the executive position, secretary and treasurer and the like, there's a bit of work to do, and I know you've done a fantastic job in terms of the PR and marketing side of things, but you do as little or as much as you want. So there's really it's not an onerous task. I have found it an enjoyable task, and there's really no pressure to do anything other than what you feel comfortable doing. So yeah, I'd highly recommend it to anyone, and I'm really glad that that I inadvertently ended up as a board member, and and I look forward to the next year of continuing in the role. So I recommend it to anyone.
That's lovely. And again, I echo Graham's sentiments that we would love to have you join us and to really kind of bring those different perspectives from around the country and around the region so that we can all, learn something new and, share our expertise with each other and the wider IAF community. So if you are thinking of throwing your hat in the ring, please make sure you do come along to the AGM in any case to hear what's been happening over the last year and where we're looking to head in the year to come. We also have the Secretary's position is going to be available and there's a video explaining what that's about as well. So check that out. That might be something you'd like to think about too. But in any case, we look forward to seeing you at the AGM in November and have a chat with you then. Thank you, Graham. See you soon.
Thanks, Alison. Talk soon. Bye-bye.